What's up, guys? This is Daniel in Houston from Arms Family Homestead, and today we are going to be fishing down at the lake with my new fishing pole. Look at that. Got one.
What do you think it is?
Bluegill.
Oh, you got a bluegill. Bring him over here. Caught him on your little rooster tail.
I'm gonna hold him by his mouth.
Hey.
Oh, he is.
Good job, buddy. Give me some knuckles. Well, hold your fish up. Let's see him. That is your first fish on your new fishing pole. You know that?
Yeah, and he is very slippery.
He got you a trophy sunfish. Or perch, as we call them, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna let him go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch this, y'all. Come down close.
There he goes. Good job. You gotta fix your hair, boy. Gotta fix your hair. He gotta look pretty before we start the video.
So, hey guys. What's up, guys? This is Daniel in Houston from Arms Family Homestead, and we got another package.
What's this called?
I forgot.
BattleBox.
BattleBox.
That's right. So you guys saw, we've talked about this in a couple videos. We made a deal with a company called BattleBox. BattleBox is a subscription company for survival and tactical gear. I'm not a big survival guy, and I try not to be that tactical guy, but this company, BattleBox, has some awesome stuff, and they send some really cool products. I really like that they're huge supporters of veteran-owned companies. So Houston and I were out here at the lake doing a little fishing because he wanted to try to get some practice in with his new fishing pole. You guys saw that. And this month's theme on the BattleBox is something, hang on buddy, hang on. This month's theme is something that I really wasn't real sure about when it came in. I was like, I'm kind of on the fence about it. But when I took this deal, when I made the deal, I said, we're gonna do this because it's all about teaching our kids skills. And when this stuff came in, I watched the BattleBox video and read of all the comments, and a lot of people were not real happy with this month. This month's theme is tracking. I was like, this is my 6-year-old, not 5 anymore, now 6-year-old. Uh-oh, got a phone call.
Who is it?
Your mama's calling. We're gonna call her back in a minute. This month's theme was tracking, and I just wasn't really sold on the tracking. I don't need to teach my 6-year-old how to track another human. But after I kind of got looking into the box.
An animal that Dad should teach me how to hunt down an animal. That's what he needed to teach me about.
That's right. We do need to teach Houston how to hunt down some animals. So we're going to get into this box because there's a lot in here that could help me teach this boy how to track and identify animals by their tracks. So we're not just talking about getting out in the woods. Hang on. We're not just talking about getting out in the woods and actually tracking an animal, which is important. Like during deer season, if we shoot a deer, we've got to learn to track those animals if it's wounded.
We need to do that with me sometime.
We do need to do that. Not this week. It's not deer season. But when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time in the woods with my dad and a lot of other men, and they did a really good job of teaching me like a raccoon track or a deer track or a hog track or a possum track or a skunk or bobcat or fox, whatever it is. And I really feel like a lot of dads are failing in that category nowadays because a lot of dads my age couldn't tell you the difference in a possum and a raccoon track, I promise you, because I've seen it. So this month's box, Houston, there's a lot of cool stuff in here for you, okay? So
Daddy, isn't today's Mommy's birthday?
Nope, today's not Mom's birthday. So every month there is a theme, and like I said, this month's theme is tracking. This is the Pro Plus box for $149 is the subscription fee. But the value in this box, if you bought everything individually, is $269.
Look what this is.
So there's a lot of stuff in here. We probably won't cover everything, but I really want to show you guys a few things that are important that would teach this kid some tracking stuff. That's a notebook. That is an all-weather notebook. So for taking notes or something out in the woods. These are really cool. Probably not necessarily for teaching a kid how to track an animal, but good for during deer season. These are fire tacks. They're reflective tacks. So you use these to find your deer stand in the dark. If you got a place you don't want to shine a flashlight through the woods when you're deer hunting, put a few of these along the trail, and you can just, even with the smallest little bit of light, see these. They glow. Okay. So the first thing I really want to show you is, well, let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on that for just a second. I want to open these up. These little cards are animal tracking cards. I don't know if you guys can see it on there or not, but it's just a little flip book, perfect for a kid. Really, it really is perfect for a kid. Someone that's just learning how to identify different tracks for different animals. So there's, like there, for example, is a raccoon, and it shows the two different kind of raccoon tracks, a front foot and a back foot.
There's no bears in here.
Well, we don't have bears here. There's a white-tailed deer. That's one we do have a lot of, white-tailed deer. So there's several different ones. Perfect for a kid to just sit around and kind of look at and play with, and something that they can see a picture of the animal and see a picture of the track. So when we're out in the woods, I want to start teaching Houston and Emily the difference in all the different tracks. This month, perfect. This is perfect for that. Okay.
I just found a moose.
So this is something for you too, son.
What is it?
This. I'm gonna have a lot of trash by the time we get done. So, kind of twofold. It's a little survival gear, and kind of silly maybe for an adult, but for a kid, this is a cool little field tracking kit. Wazoo's field tracking kit. So the first thing, when I was a kid, these things were really popular as a slap band bracelet. See that? Oh yeah, a slap band. But it's also got a tape measure on one side. So kind of a handy little tape measure. You could throw that on the strap of your pack or something, or we can just give it to Houston as a toy. But the second thing that's really cool, I think this is neat.
What is it?
It is it's a bandana that's got all kinds of different animal tracks on it. So it's kind of like the little cards, something that Houston could have just around the house or throw in a pack. And if he's out in the woods, or we're out in the woods, and we see some different tracks on the ground, we could say, we could pull this out and kind of use it to identify the track. And the really cool thing about this is these are to scale. So these are like almost exactly what you would find life-size tracks. But right now, since it's hot and sweaty out here, Houston, Dad's gonna use this
there
as a sweat rag.
There is animals on that.
Okay, Houston, if you're out in the woods and you're gonna be tracking, say we're following like a deer, maybe one of us has shot a deer and we're following a blood trail, something that you might need if we're making our way through the woods is, nope, this one's not a flashlight. Your own set of, what are those? Binoculars, Houston. Binoculars. Can you see anything through them?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the time we get through this box, you're gonna have all kinds of cool stuff set up to where you can get out in the woods and track and identify animals.
I can already see the other side with this.
So, the next thing on the list is a
flashlight,
nightshade headlamp. I'm not gonna put the batteries in it right now because I don't want to blind you guys, but a nice little headlamp. Houston got one for his birthday from a subscriber a while back, didn't you? So we got a little headlamp if we're out tracking the deer at night, tracking a deer that we shot. Houston can put his little headlamp on his head. So lots of cool stuff there. Came with the batteries. Here is a survival first aid. I think it's a first aid kit. Yep, a little survival kit. Lots of cool stuff in there. Some flags. So if you're out tracking a deer, these are little flags. So you can pop a flag in the ground and find mark your last blood.
Look at this flashlight.
Looky there. Houston got Got a little pocket-sized flashlight to keep in his little kit here. You can put lots of stuff in this. It comes with a little notebook, some flagging tape, like I said, if you're tracking something through the woods. There's a compass.
Ooh,
got a nice little compass in there.
Oh, that's right, the north?
That's right, a compass. It shows you north. Do you know which way north is from here?
Oh, I know what my watch can do that.
Your watch can do that? Yep. So, lots of cool stuff in there. We can put things in that. Put that in his little day pack. All right, so this thing right here, we got a car coming around here. Somebody's gonna come watch us, but this thing right here is pretty cool. So I don't know if you can read that. It's a Animal Tracks casting kit. So if while we're out in the woods, instead of just walking around and just identifying tracks, if we found like a really big buck track or a bobcat track, this little kit comes with all the stuff to set up and actually cast that track and make a mold of that footprint, and then Houston can take it back home and show everybody else, or take it to school and show his friends. We got a car coming. Think they're gonna stop and say hi?
Oh, they wave though.
And the last thing is a SAS tracking handbook. That's a little bit over Houston's head right now, but there's a lot of cool information in here. I was flipping through this thing the other day.
Let me see that.
Okay, let's let you see that. So I just got him a little tracking handbook. Last thing here.
No, that ain't the last thing.
Well, last big thing here is a little pouch that goes on your belt with some different color flagging tape in there for different purposes, but kind of a neat little pouch. I mean, you may not need that much flagging tape, but I think you put that little pouch on your belt and put, you know, put your binoculars or something in there.
Daddy, look, this is coupons.
Yep, it came with, let's see, different coupons. There we go. Nightshade. So this is a coupon for the BattleBox special for the Nightshade headlamp. They also sent a 25% off your next order, so if you want to go order something else. So, Houston, you got binoculars, you got tracking ID cards, you got all kinds of cool stuff here, man. I said last thing, but I was holding this off to the side because we all know how Houston is with knives. If you've been watching many of our videos lately, how many times have you cut yourself lately?
A million.
A million. I think 3 different times. He had 2 cuts on one finger the other day. But this little knife is a really cool knife from Tops Knives. This is the Tom Brown Tracker 4.
That's pretty sick.
Look at this. It is. It's a pretty sick little knife, isn't it? Fits perfect in your hand. And I think what a lot of guys use this for, as small as it is, they'll put it on a little bit of paracord and use it as a neck knife and hang it around their neck. So it's kind of a concealed carry type knife, but you can carry that in that nice little sheath right there. But that's probably not what I'm probably not going to carry it around my neck. We're going to get Houston set up with a good bag for getting out in the woods, doing his little survival stuff. And I'm not going to put Houston with a knife that's this big, a big survival knife. So this is a good size knife for him to at least start carrying. He may not use it very often, but it would be a good size knife that he could learn to carry a survival style knife with something like this, just because it's pretty small. But it's really cool. It's a really sweet little knife, isn't it, Houston?
Yeah.
It is. Tops Knives.
So this is all my stuff. This is all my stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use your little do-rag here to wipe the sweat off my face again, because it is muggy out here at the lake.
Not me.
So as I said, this box came from BattlBox. You can go check them out on their website at battlebox.com, B-A-T-T-L-B-O-X. There's no E in it. They've got several different subscription levels. You don't have to pay $149 a month. This month, like I said earlier, was probably one that I really wasn't excited about at first, because it just didn't have a whole lot of stuff in it that really appealed to me personally, until I got to thinking as we're out here walking up and down the shore of this lake, and I'm looking at raccoon tracks and possum tracks and things all up and down the shore, trying to explain it to him, and he really doesn't know what they are. So now Houston's got some stuff in the BattleBox that'll help him identify some of these tracks. Honestly, it's not something we're going to do every day, but I do think it's important to get out here and teach my kids how to track an animal that's been shot and wounded, or just even if it's something like a possum or a raccoon that's getting around our chicken pen killing our animals, and we need to identify it so we can trap it. Kind of a handy bit of information. So anyways, guys, go check out BattlBox on their website or on YouTube. They've got a ton of videos on YouTube. You can also go to their website and look at all the previous boxes. There have been some really cool boxes and some really cool gear. A lot of this stuff is available for purchase individually on their website, so you can just go to I believe it's a shop tab, and scroll through all different kinds of gear. So if there was something here that you thought was pretty cool, you may be able just to buy it by itself. So please put that knife away.
It's pretty cool though.
Here we are again, me talking to the camera, Houston playing with a knife. So guys, that's all I've got. I'm gonna let Houston end this video for us, so I'm gonna hand it off to him.
So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video.